Hello, I'm Matt Stover, the superintendent for Catawba County Schools, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about our strategic plan. My responsibility is to ensure that this district creates a strategic plan every 3 years with our school board, with our community, with our parents, with our students and staff. And so this past year, we had input from all those stakeholders, and now we are reporting out about every 9 weeks when we look at our strategic plan and complete our measurements back to our stakeholders. So, my responsibility today is to talk to you about school culture. And so, my role specifically is creating a positive school culture, both for students and staff. That is one of our action steps this year. The second action step under school culture is communication through Parent Square. And so, this came about from hearing from our parents that they need a communication tool that was a one-stop shop, and our staff needs something that was really usable for a number of students that they could make quick contact with parents and still demonstrate student work and pictures in their classroom. So we're working, and I think that we've effectively gotten Parent Square rolled out, and we're moving with that now. And lastly, it's to promote a culture of diversity and inclusivity. And the way we're approaching this is truly to teach students, staff, about just being kind to one another and working well despite our differences. What I always like to say is celebrate our likenesses and come together on that, whether we're students and or staff. We have more to celebrate in likenesses than we do in differences. So that is another part of our plan that we are continuing to work towards. Pardon me. Lastly, I just want to say that the part of the teacher culture and school culture that we're trying to work towards is reducing the amount of work that our teachers have to do that is not associated with student achievement. We know that this has been a very difficult time for our staff, so we're really trying to find ways of peeling that onion to helping staff, whether it's a teacher assistant, whoever's working with our students, to be able to peel that onion to really be able to dive into those student learning gaps and be able to help them rather than get lost and bogged down in the other stuff. So we're working on that. And lastly, I would say that our social emotional school culture for our students is extremely important. We've been working with second steps in teaching kindness, goal setting, how to work together, teamwork, those type of things. And also, too, to be able to identify students when they are maybe not feeling well or have somebody to talk to. We've created surveys for students to take twice a year, once in December and once at the end of the year, so our schools can look at that survey data and really dissect it and put a plan in place for students who need help and or to see where there are themes to allow students to grow in their social emotional development in the course of this year. So that's a little quick wrap up of school culture, and we'll report back out to you as time goes on. Folks, I want to thank you for being part of Catawba County Schools. We couldn't do it without your support. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dan Moore. I'm Assistant Superintendent of Operations for Catawba County Schools. Today I want to speak with you about our departmental goals for the Catawba County Schools strategic plan. Our NC Star indicator is that the district proactively supports and emphasizes student-centered instruction by seeking solutions to remove barriers, including those related to policies, practices, and traditions. And we do that, or we plan to do that, through these three goals. We want to improve school safety. We want to provide equitable facilities for all students at Catawba County Schools. And we want to increase school nutrition participation. In the first quarter, we have multiple accomplishments that we'd like to share with you. We are continuing to analyze our school safety. We do that through school safety checks and surveys and assessments, and we continue to do that throughout the school year. We've completed research on a critical response app, and we're trying to determine if that is something that is usable in the Catawba County school system. We've also noted facility deficits at each high school. We've identified those. We're trying to put a financial number on those facility deficits. And we've also And item of celebration is that we have seen a significant increase in our school nutrition program for the first quarter of the 2021-22 school year. We're up 8%. So on the horizon, we want to continue to determine our district priorities. We want to continue to identify our facility deficits. We want to continue our school safety walks, surveys, and we want to continue to research those leading practices. We also want to continue to promote and build participation in the school nutrition program. And we also want to communicate our facility needs to local government agencies in order to procure funding.
Hi, I'm Ray Thompson. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, and I'll be sharing with you some information about our portion of the strategic plan. So, in Human Resources, we have two goals that fall under NC STAR indicator. The LEA has a plan to process, to recruit and retain highly qualified teachers to support school improvement. So, our first goal is around providing differentiated professional development, and our second goal is about diversifying our staff. So, we've accomplished a few things so far this school year. We've created a differentiated Canvas professional development course for schools as we try to move towards the Canvas platform usage for grades 7 through 12. We also have been working through a district wide diversity audit and have shared some of that data with both the board and principals during recent meetings. We also have collaborated closely with the C&I department to analyze differentiated professional development that's offered. Coming up on the horizon, we're going to continue to work through our steps in the process towards these goals. So we'll be looking at a staff survey for not only our certified staff, but also our classified staff to analyze the professional development needs that they may have for the spring. We will continue to build that classified staff professional development, and our teacher assistants have been engaging in some of that this fall as well. We will be working with Catawba Valley Community College as they offer an associate's degree in teacher education preparation. And so we are going to be partnering with them to build interest among our high school students and also to provide a future Teachers of Catawba County program that will continue to build that pipeline as we look at students from as early as fourth grade through the 12th grade, moving into different positions within the education field. And then finally, we continue to build our recruiting plan for the spring and research additional universities to visit for our spring recruitment.
Hello, this is Marty Sharp, the Chief Technology Officer for Catawba County Schools. I will be addressing the technology portion of our strategic plan. Our plan aligns with the NC STAR indicator to provide and support digital age classrooms and learning opportunities through relevant and necessary infrastructure, acquisition, and technical assistance. There are two major goals that we're using to align with this. The first one being Canvas expansion for grades 7 through 12. The second goal we've been working on is Chromebook sustainability for all grade levels. So far, we have created Canvas professional development for a train-the-trainer model. We've also completed our Summer Admin Academy utilizing nothing but Canvas in order to provide school administrators the view into Canvas and how it can be used within their classrooms. We've also worked very hard on securing quotes and requests for proposals in order to get board approval for student Chromebook purchases, including the most recent 5,000 Chromebook order. On the horizon, we are working on a survey for staff related to Canvas usage and concerns. We are also working on finalizing our Canvas professional development for this next spring. We're working on purchasing new Chromebook shelves for our current Chromebook fleet in the elementary schools. And we're also working to figure out a way to re-emphasize the proper usage of Chromebooks with students in order to help us with sustaining these Chromebooks for years to come. Thank you.
I am excited to share with you about the work we are doing in Catawba County Schools, focusing on the social emotional well-being of our students. I am Maria Ballard, Director of Student Services. The indicator that aligns with this district strategic plan goal states that the district supports schools working towards creating the conditions for personalized learning. Action steps under this indicator focus on educating personnel about youth mental health, addressing atypical student behavior, and supporting students' social emotional learning and well-being. We are excited about what we have already accomplished this year. All personnel who work directly with students are participating in at least 6 hours of professional development centered on mental health concerns in children and adolescents. We submitted our school mental health improvement plan to DPI. Additionally, the district has formed a regular education behaviors support team for students who are displaying atypical behavior in regular education classrooms. Another accomplishment is our initial implementation of a social emotional screener to identify strengths and areas for growth for our elementary and middle school students. Our next steps in the area include hosting parent awareness sessions on mental health topics, continuing to train student services personnel on the district's new suicide risk screening process, training school personnel on analysis of social emotional screener data, and continuing to monitor the implementation of our school mental health plan and making adjustments as needed as we strive to support the whole child.
Hello, this is Deanna Finger, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. The sixth and final goal of our strategic plan is curriculum and instruction. We have 5 current goals in the strategic plan, all related to the NC STAR indicator that talks about supporting a digital age classroom. Our goals include personalized learning, online Catawba, the science of reading, CTE expansion, and a focus on our CSI and TSI schools. We've accomplished several things during quarter 1 already. Some of those include completing personalized learning professional development at the Northwest RESA with some of our teachers, redefining online Catawba for this school year, beginning letters professional development with our pre-K through 5th grade teachers, putting in place strategies to address subgroup gaps in performance for our CSI and TSI schools, and lastly, spending time analyzing student CTE performance data. On the horizon in quarter 2, we plan to continue to work on these goals by offering office hours to personalized learning teachers to ensure continued coaching, as well as office hours in a lot of other curriculum instruction areas the first week of each month. We have hired a new administrator for online Catawba that will work with our director. Her name is Ms. Kim Heckler. We will continue the movement of all CTE teachers to the LMS platform of Canvas. And lastly, we will continue to collect data on our CSI and TSS strategies being used by our schools. We would like to thank you for listening to our update from quarter 1 of our strategic plan. We also want to thank you for being a stakeholder and partner with us in this process. We value your feedback. Lastly, we look forward to bringing you a quarter 2 update mid-year this year. Thank you.